Hello and welcome. So today we're going to continue this build. So just a recap of where we left last time. This is a small commercial area servicing this housing area. And we can see from the demand indicators we need a load more residential. So I think I'm going to build into this area. But before I do so, I just need to quickly check. Right, so this area I'm going to reserve for farmland, so I can still afford to build more or less down in this region and just continue with the residential. The ore zone, just to quickly recap there, we have quite a bit of workers, but we still need some more workers before we can level up. We're done on the resources by quite a margin. And I think that could just be a shortage of people available to work. So more housing. So let's see what we got here. Now I think I mentioned before, I don't want to fall into the trap, if you can call it that, of just the endless grid system. But all the same, what can we do here that's potentially interesting? I'm thinking maybe we can have another connection to the main road there. Give them an easier access to the industrial zone. So if we continue that road here into this region, then that would maybe connect down to here, maybe expand over there. So the houses would also still have good access to the shops here as well. Well, let's try that. So we'll go straight initially, but we'll probably want to just bend it down to here. And then we can just branch off some small roads off here, so it's not too structured, as it were. Now we've got a bit of a slope going on there, so I won't go too close to the industrial commercial even, just so that the houses have a little bit of distance. So maybe something like that. Yeah. Maybe I'll flatten it out a bit so that the houses here... Will they build on the road level? They should, shouldn't they? So it'll do it for me. I don't have to do it manually, so we'll just go straight on with that. I'll leave a bit of a gap there. I'm wondering if I want another branching road somewhere here, so just going to build some houses but not totally make it solid. I'll go that side as well, and then we can do another road there similarly. Something like that. Let's turn the speed up. Hopefully someone will move in soon. So water's okay. Power will hopefully just bridge over. Now I did put a school here, so that's got plenty of capacity for now. So don't need to do anything with that. So we'll just give them a second to move in. I'm thinking I could also just continue this commercial road a little bit, just to give a little bit more building space there. But I won't join it onto the road. I think one connection is sufficient there. It might be more appropriate actually to have the commercial area joining the road and then this can be disconnected. Or should I leave it? I'll leave it like that for now, since that's how we have it. Right, finally we got the ore upper level, so let's build potentially some of these. So the kiln plant looks most interesting, I think. Let's just quickly check on the score. Maybe it's still a bit early. Right, over to the ore plant. We have... What have we got? find it eventually. So the kiln plant I think was the most interesting one, if we can find it, that thing. What does it make? It makes a precursor to steel. Ooh, that's a big one. That is a big one. I mean, that's outside the factory. A factory, I mean the industrial area. Right, let's have a quick look at what we have resources wise. So if I want to concentrate the mining areas to the more valuable areas, so I'm thinking maybe down here near the beach, if I continue that road a bit more. Oh, I fenced it off. I can move the fence, can't I? But that area won't be so good for mining. And it looks flat enough. So I'm thinking, what's their problem? They're traditional. They got too much material. They haven't got enough. Can't someone just move that stuff to there? I love the game logic at times. But like I just said, if we move the road, we're going to have to move the fence. I mean, well, I can leave that one there for now. We can move it another time if needed. Now I'm thinking, where would the factory go actually? I mean, if that area is flat enough, it could go anywhere here really. So I'm thinking I could just make a little dog leg of a road there. Whoever came up with that word dog leg. You know, something like that. And just plonk it on there. That looks fine, doesn't it? So they want materials, which should be hopefully okay. No. So storage is nearly full. That one's nearly full, so hopefully they'll get the trucks in rapidly. Yep, and it's going. Now that's producing metals. I'm wondering, should I have a metal warehouse? Small warehouse or warehouse yard? Small warehouse sounds a bit more useful, I suppose, if that's the right word. Where would I want to put it? I mean, I'll leave it here for now. We can move it later. So this will be steel. Is it? Just double checking. Metals, not steel. Metals. They can be put anywhere really, and it may be moved later on, but that's just to give this product somewhere to go for now. Are they filling up yet? 3%. I guess they are. Oh, that turns it into metals as well. So that's just a bigger version of that then. And that's making glass. Well, we'll just leave them to it. Any other buildings I really want? There's a car factory, wasn't it? Oh, industrial steel plant. I mean, we could put that anywhere we want. Should I put it here? Bearing in mind I was going to have this area for farmland. Ooh, wrong button. So I don't really want to use this area. I want to save this for farmland. That might be too steep, I don't know. I'm not sure I can put it across there. I think it'll fit. Should I try it? I mean, let's just see how we're doing. We got still predominantly residential demand, so those houses probably filled up already. Looking nice, looking nice. Half debating if I should put a footpath to join it on the main road, and then that will give them another option to walk down here rather than go that side. Not that it makes too much difference, I guess. I'll leave that for now. School, yeah, still plenty of capacity in that one. Let's just double check. So elementary, tons of capacity. High school is okay. We haven't got the one there, so it's a bit of a trek for these people, I guess. University, I have not built one yet. I probably should. Now this is still a very small settlement, so I don't think they're deserving of the campus style universities yet. But I think they can have one of the standalone universities, which I haven't unlocked yet, so that's not an option. Okay. And presumably the yeah, none of them are unlocked yet, so right, scratch that. We'll have to come back to it later. Ooh, 4,000, busy town, unique. What have we got? More buildings, oil. We can start doing oil. We've got some more options there, more road options. Hospital, fire station, police. I mean, we can use these at some point, but it's not immediately needed. I mean, maybe a bit of a beachfront. Road management, we can stick one of those down. Yeah, so we've got some options there. Don't have high density yet. What do these do? Not sure I've ever used them before. We can do some fish farming. Not that we need more industry for now. So, right, one step at a time. I was going to build some more residential first. I think that's going to be more important. And how's the road looking there? It's a little bit steep, I suppose, but if I take a road there, I can go up here, loop it onto that road there. That's a kind of a not unusual layout in the UK. You know, just try to keep the something like that. Just to, it still has connectivity, but it doesn't overly grid, you know, make a grid pattern in itself. Now, you know, I could join onto that side, or I could join onto this road. Where do I want to spread the load to? I could even come down this way, but I think across makes more sense because of the slope there. So just to stop that junction from being too busy, you know, it probably makes more sense to join from this side. I'm not very good at snap. That's a bit better. So you can see it kind of joins onto the pattern on this side. I can put a little footpath there so they can walk to the shops more directly rather than have to go all the way around. Something like that. Let's put the path in while we're talking about it. Just just to give them an extra option. Now, I said I was thinking about doing the same here. Might as well just do it. I might not change it later. If I do something about a road, I see how it goes. So residential demand is balancing out now. So I could try to expand more industry. What have we got around here? I was thinking we could put something on a beach. Now, if it really needs a road though, that's usually a bit of a pain. It's a beach, you know, don't want to put a road on it. But let's just see what we got. Probably under parks, isn't it? What did we just unlock? Other parks? I mean, that's just a nice feature to put somewhere anyway. Tourism and leisure. Does it need a road? It's probably going to, yeah, it needs a road of some sort. I can did I make that? No, I didn't. Because I think a gravel road is probably about the best I'm going to get down here. And see if I can sneak it down between the houses. But before I do that, let's... What about tourism? So that was the fishing tour. Marina. Bit of volleyball. No, they don't like volleyball. Restaurant. I mean, this is, yeah, going to turn into a bit of a tourist area. Now, gravel road is probably, like I just was thinking, about the best I'm going to get down here. So, can I just do that, for example? No, it ain't going to fit in that gap, is it? I'm going to have to lose a house. Yeah. Let's just dezone that. No, no, no. I'll do something else there another time, I think. I don't know what exactly. Maybe a little... no. I just don't know. But that would be the road access for the beach. They can have some fun. Are they okay on power? Yes, they are. That's good. I mean, I was thinking I could put some more on the inside, like the basketball, not basketball, volleyball. Is it that one? Yeah, you can have some volleyball as well. Where's more appropriate? That's a marina and fishing tours. So maybe I'll put it more this end. I can try to level out the terrain a bit as well, just make it, yeah. Have some volleyball anyway. So now they have a little fun beach area to play with. Okay, looking at my demand indicators, I've got plenty of housing. Let's just check the crime situation. Because, okay, I've only built one police station and it's way over there. I probably should have another one to cover this area. And it might be handy if it doubles and covers that area as well. So I'm wondering, do I put it like maybe just off this junction here, so it's got decent road access? Something like that. How are we doing here? Yeah, still going. Now, should I start a new industry type, or do I continue building this one for now? Because like I said, I did reserve this as farmland. We could start doing some farmland. Probably should move that fence over as well if I'm going to do that. Yeah, I don't like the way it's jutting out there, but it is what it is. Well, how about a little bit of fishing actually, since we now have a access road to the beach? Let's do fishing industry. Let's actually go onto the industry page, that might help first. Now, how does this work again? So what have we got? We've got some sewage on that side, so we better be a little bit careful. I can move that later if need be. But if we stay on this side, we should be okay. So for example, maybe I'll have one fish farm here. Does it want a proper road? Maybe I'll do a fish farm here then. In that case, if it wants a proper road, this is a bit less less beachy, a bit more. It'll look more in place, I think, if I put it there. And this is going to be a farm area anyway. So fish farm is, whilst not traditional farming, it's still a farm of sorts, isn't it? And I think if I'm in for one, I might as well be in for two. Oh, the placement really sucks. That'll do. So we need to fix the power lines. I was just thinking then, that does have access, that does not have access. That's probably going to get in the way of a road, so just have to redo it. Oh, damn it. I'll come back to it. We'll do the road first and then just see what we got left. Now that... I'm thinking a straight junction here is probably going to be best. Even if it means it's going to be a bit of a twisty road. Something like that. No, I don't like that. That's just a little bit too sharp. See if that would help. I mean, it's still bendy, but it's little bit better. You know, I don't want too much of a curve going on there. So that's just a little bit of fish industry, nothing major. But I do want that power to be connected to that power, just so that it balances out the grid a bit more. Yes, that is connected. It'd be nice if that breached over as well. So what do we need here? Still need more workers. We've done enough production, but I need more maximum capacity for workers. So I really should be expanding that if I want to keep it growing. So what options have we got again? I built all of those already, didn't I? That's that thing. We need more ore, basically. That's the bottom line of it. So let's just check the map. So that's a strong area. We can go up there. We can use any of that area. We can use anywhere, basically. I mean, I know I tried to prevent it going too boxy, but you know, industrial areas do tend to be more functional than for looks. Let's just do that for now. So we probably want another underground mine going along there of some sort. Did I unlock another size? Maybe not. I mean, we go large or go home, I suppose. You know, I could sprinkle another barracks down here and there. But I just thought I'd continue the smaller ones along there. Because I think the underground ones look right when you get it on the correct side of a hill. Now, where should this road go? About there? If I haven't messed up, that should be the right distance from that one. Well, let's find out. Perfect. Although, look at that hill. That, yeah, that doesn't look very nice, does it? We've got all the elevation changes there. That is not a good look. I'll leave it for now, but at some point I think that fence might need a bit of reworking. Alright, so let's just see what that does to our worker situation. So we have 550 required, 610, sorry, not 650 potential. Is it going up? It might be slowly going up. I'll build another one of those mediums. Why did I click there? So they can really get going. How many workers? 30 each. So the maximum capacity is... Oh, we're really close to levelling anyway. Come on, you can make it. Or do I need to build more houses? Now it's close to balancing money-wise as well. Why is it importing stuff? Yeah, it's not quite making it. I'm going to build another barracks. Bingo! So now we got a car factory or maintenance, whatever that does. Fiberglass, another storage building, and a large mine. So let's see what a maintenance building does, and probably do a fiberglass. So maintenance building can, I think it can fit in here quite easily. Might want to put an extra road in just to maximise utilisation of this space. And the other one was a fiberglass plant, wherever that is. Is it that thing? No. Is it that thing? Yes. So I think I want to make it more vertical into here, which means I need another road. And I'm thinking maybe down there. Oh, that's a really nice fit. You know, it's filling up the area nicely as well. I might do something with that later. That's warehouse. This area just feels a bit out of place maybe. Now the profit's really coming in. Maybe I should have a glass warehouse as well. So these count as storage, aren't they? Can I fit another warehouse in there? Probably not, but just to see. Yeah, it's the wrong orientation. That ain't gonna fit. I don't really want to put it there. I'm just thinking a glass warehouse might be useful. Maybe there. So they're producing glass when they get enough materials, which they shouldn't really have a problem with. Same with them. I'm going to delete that fence. It just doesn't look right, does it? And then I'll have to do something about the slope there. Can I just smooth it out for now? Is that smooth? Shift, soften. Is that helping or not? So maybe the fence wasn't the biggest problem, it's just... yeah. The road probably doesn't help either. This is almost where I wish I played modded. Because you can just lift it up a little bit and that would be great. Alright, how are we doing in the residential area? Whoops, too many button presses there. So it's filling out nicely. Just checking on a school again, that's still got plenty of capacity. So they're quite close to the workplace there. Should be fine. And we have a little... Oh, that's something I could really do with the leveling tool, isn't it? Because that just looks a bit too sharp. Is that working? Kind of. Yeah, I think because of the way it locks onto the road, it doesn't smooth it as much as I kind of hope it would. I'll probably have to use a leveling tool to force it a bit lower. Anyway, we've got a little bit of fun down there. We have more houses there. Let's just keep building some more houses, get some population in. Maybe we'll get another upgrade soon. So I'm going to continue this kind of like, I'm not even sure what you describe it, pattern. Because it would have to join onto here next, I think. Or would I redo this junction? Or do I just have lots of funky... Where would I be going with this? That's the question I'm asking myself. Where am I going with this? Because it should join onto there again. Something like that. Oh, I left it on Industry Road. Wrong one. Easy fix. That'll do. Now, do I just do the same again? Of course I do. Out there maybe, and hopefully it will just, you know, I need a little bit more curve. Maybe even force it up a little bit more, that's better. Similar sort of thing here. I'll make it go off pattern. Even if it's not perfectly in line, it just makes a bit more utilization of that space. Now this is going to be a little bit different to get into this area I've left open there. Should I join on... maybe if I go across there and along. Something like that. You know, again, I'll put a little path in just to give them a alternate movement options. Now, this I'm not so sure about. Maybe that can go there, because obviously it's going to eat into one or the other of these. Something like that, just so they still have some, like I said, more movement options. Yeah, that's going to get a bit funky. I probably should put some trees or something along there just to give it a bit of a feature. You know, how's it looking? Not bad. I mean, even if it can't speak, even if this is a access road, it is still residential area really. Right, I'm just looking at demand indicator. I probably should ease off a bit now, because I've got plenty of housing and people are getting bored of housing almost. Maybe I should put a park in somewhere. Maybe somewhere about there, just to have decent access. It seems more fitting almost to have it near the commercial area. Yeah, go to the shops and also chill out. I mean, we got a small playground there already. Maybe I should... Oh, that's the point. Since I've got these empty spaces anyway, maybe I should use one of those somewhere here, maybe. That's a bit of a gap. How big are these? That one will fit. So maybe something like that one. That'll just give a bit of a... Just make everyone here just that little bit nicer. So let's see how you finish day at work. If you live anywhere in there, you can just keep going straight in, turn off, go down there. So you've got some options. Whereas from this side, from the original half of the city, as it were, come in here. You can still turn off there for access. Small shopping area there. Probably needs a bit of expanding now. Oops, stop doing that. I mean, if I just continue the road straight. If I just continue the road straight, something like that. Just want to put a... This could be too small to put path in. No, it'll let me. That's fine. That's fine. So again, people from these houses can just pop down this way rather than go all the long way round. This will level itself out once it builds, so that should be fine. There it goes. Oh, and all the houses are filled up already. Now garbage, I haven't checked resources in a while. Electricity okay for now. Water getting a bit limiting. I'm going to... Let's add another one in. Where did I put it? Here? Is that the sole intake for the whole city? Apparently. Let's just put another one in. Bit of pipe and we're done. So we just doubled the water capacity, sewage is still okay for now. Garbage is a problem. Right. Now I can just keep tacking on more garbage to the old area, which is here. We've got several recycling centres. The trouble is they're very polluting. Let's just see what options we got. Recycling centres or landfill. We still haven't got any other options. Because if I start putting an incinerator in, that's going to cause pollution, and I want to keep this area clean if I can. So if I want to keep this area clean, that means I still have to leave the recycling to this part of the map. What's that building? A police station. I mean, there's enough room there to put a few more, I suppose. They're not too wide, so just yet another access road off here. Where are we? I mean, I view the recycling plant as the lesser of two evils. Yes, I want to put it roadside. Why won't it? Because those. That's in the way. I can move that slightly. Can I move? I'll leave it for now. That should hopefully be enough additional capacity. Yep, loads of capacity now. Education, that's fine. That's fine. That I can't build still, can I? And no one ever uses libraries. Let's just double check I still can't build. No, that's 6,000 population. I'm still 5,000. Anything else I need to check while I'm here? Healthcare, death care. Cemeteries are getting quite full. I don't have crematoriums yet, do I? So what have I got? I just got that one cemetery. I'll build another one opposite it, I think. Don't have crematoriums yet. No. Now, can I remember which tree that is? Is it that one? It's not that one. Is it that one? It's not that one. That one looks the same as that one. It's not that one. I mean, it looks quite big and bushy, doesn't it? It's not that. It's not that. Not even close. What do I do? No, I don't need to put it down. This is a right mess now, isn't it? Is that it? Which one is that? Small beach. Is that it? That's the one. That is the one. I mean, the problem I have with doing this is also that I never quite get it to look random enough. It's sort of like a bit... Oh, it's in a pollution zone now. Great. It'll have to do. But I'll give just a bit more breathing space. So if that gets filled up, I've got a bit more time to do something about it. Alright, done with healthcare. Don't really care too much about that. Traffic, how are we doing? Getting a little bit busy on the main junction into the whole city. A bit busy on that junction as well. Just checking. It's got lights on. I probably want to keep lights on there. But I'm also thinking, do I want to go 6 lanes just to give more capacity? Just there. Just to give them a little bit more option. Because that should be okay, I think. Don't think this looks quite busy enough for me to put asymmetric road in. Or should I? It's kind of like a precautionary upgrade. I don't need it right now, but it might just reduce a bit of problem later. Where is it? Have I not unlocked it? There it is. Other way. Yeah. That one should be quiet enough. I don't need it, I think. Is there such a thing as an asymmetric industrial? Probably not. so that'll have to go to a normal road. Just to give them, like I said, just that little bit extra capacity there. I can always extend this backwards as well, and likewise on that side. If the queues start building up. I mean, I'm even wondering, should this be a roundabout? Would that help or hinder? Is that even traffic lighted? I'm assuming it is, but I don't know that. Yes, it is. Well, we'll see how it goes. As it gets busier, I might have to change it, but that's okay for now. How are we doing down here? Oh, we've got residential demand back up again, so I can start to fill in these gaps some more. What's our population? Nearly 5,000, so still a bit way off the 6,000 or so required for the next unlock. I can't remember what's in it now. Now, I know I said I've been trying to keep these clear, but it's probably worth me just using some of these up. I mean, it's still a residential zone. I wouldn't want to put too much commercial in there, for example. This is still going to be the commercial centre for this residential area. How's this school doing? Plenty of space, that's fine. Do I want to fill in down here as well? Ah, now if I do that, will these upgrade to bigger buildings? For whatever reason, I guess they weren't zoned previously. That one can go, but I'll have to keep an eye on that footpath if it nukes it or not. But that should be enough space for a path anyway. Yeah, it was bigger, wasn't it? But it's not growing as far back as I hoped. So these are some really tiny houses. No, we'll leave that there. I mean, I can still leave a little bit of gap in case maybe, you know, I need to drop a school in later or something like that. I don't have to fill them all up in one go. And there's a demand tanking again. I mean, I could expand commercial down here as well, couldn't I? Just near the police station. I'll give a little gap. Don't need to be contacting it. Oh, that's going to be an exciting car park to get to, isn't it? One false move and you're down a cliff. If you have a long car, you don't want to park there. So that just fills in a commercial a little bit there. I don't want to encroach too far this way because this is residential really. I mean, I could make that commercial as well, I suppose. Or am I going to do anything else in that space that might need an access road? Nah. Because I think, to me it feels like, you know, this city is getting ready for the upgrade to high density. And I need to think about how I do that actually. Do I have any fire coverage down this side? No. Not even nothing. I better put one down pronto, otherwise that house and everything around here is going to be gone. I think there will be a good location. It'll have good road network access to both the main road and also to both areas. Although that might need its own dedicated one later on anyway. And that seems to give the housing a bit of a boost as well. That's good. That is good. How's these fish farms doing? Have I unlocked a fish market? Just out of interest. Fish farm. Fish market. No, yes I have, I mean. And a fish factory. I mean, the fish market is quite a big feature, let's call it. Maybe it's it'll be a good place to put it near. Slope too steep. My mortal enemy. And I want it a little bit back away from the housing anyway. So I think it could make sense to have it near the fish farm as well. And near the commercial area. You know, if people are here for shopping anyway, stay for some fish. But I need... oh, that is very not flat. Do I have any space around here? I mean, that looks quite flat, doesn't it? I'll make another road branching off here. I'm not entirely sure where I'm going with it, but it'll be kind of related to the commercial zone there. Yeah, I think that could work, couldn't it? See it like a bit of an extension to that commercial zone. And that junction is going to get rather funky. Let's see what happens when we do it. Do I want to freeform? I'm going to freeform it a little bit. Maybe if I aim for it to rejoin... what have we got where? That's forest industry, isn't it? Just a little bit. Right, if I just extend that road a little bit more, let's just try that for starters. So like I said, this can be seen as a kind of... it looks a bit out of place, doesn't it? I'm thinking it's a fish market. People can sell fish. These are shops. But that is really massive. So it kind of deserves its own area anyway. And 2 fish farms might not be enough to feed it, so I might want to grow something a bit bigger. And I really should do something about this pollution as well. So what can I do? I got an eco drain. I could do another eco drains are good. If I put it way down here, because I'm not building anything anywhere near there, let's just see what we got. Eco drain. So it reduces some pollution. Let's just do 3 for now. I don't know how many I need. That needs to be connected up to the water network. And it also needs power. Now that one I'm just going to demolish altogether. No more pollution from you. That one's okay, but do I want it there? I'm thinking it looks a bit out of place. I can move it next to all these. Ooh, crap, crap, crap. Not literally crap. But we need power. Does that work? Okay. So this side of the city is powered purely by these things. It's not connected to the power grid on this side at all. That needs fixing. Now what is a good place to bridge over? I mean, as a temporary measure I could just do that. And actually something else I can do, because that just looks rubbish, is that. So we have a connection between the two halves of the city now. I mean, I want something a bit more than that long term, but it'll do. These things are better than I thought then, if they are... Oh, I'm just not draining that much power yet. How are we doing? You're full, you're empty, you're... What are we doing? We're really close to the next level as well. Another barracks. What's that one? Maintenance. Did I build a maintenance already or not? That's the maintenance building? Yes, I have built one already. What am I clicking on? Barracks. It's a load of barracks. Okay, a bit of a hill on that one. That should just give everyone a bit more room. Come on. Just a few more. Just a few more. There we go. Shipyard. Ore mine. Large ore mine. Raw mineral storage. Oh, is that maximum? We're done. We have our 5-star ore production facility. It is done. I say done. Obviously I can still add some more buildings into the gaps and increase capacity. So a large ore mine is, like its name implies, it's quite big. I'm going to have to put another road in to make it go along. Now, I don't want to see mining, but where is it? Raw mineral storage. Do I need more storage? I don't think I do. Did it say there's a seaport or something? That's mining. Or was it somewhere else altogether? Just checking out what we have here. Oh, shipyard. Oh, it's for making ships. We'll have to wait on that one, I think, until we get some more of the other materials being produced. I thought it's more like a harbour industrial dock type place. which, now that I say it, would that come under transport? Don't want ferries. Is there an industrial one? At some point I should look at public transport as well. Post. That could get interesting. Do I want postal service yet? Do they work without a sorting office? Now they are noisy, but on the flip side, that does make them suited to the commercial areas. So that's my commercial area. Don't want to put it near the houses, maybe on the corner there. Oh, it just fits. And one on this side. Now this, I don't want to put it there because I got so much residential going on. Ooh, I could just about squeeze it in there maybe. But I'll have to be careful where I put my residential near it. Is that residential or not? It's residential. I'll put it by the fish factory. Never mind. They can walk a little bit further, that's fine. Since the fish factory is noisy anyway. Look, you not fish factory, fish market. You can have the fish market, a park, and a post office. And that should just make everyone a little bit happier. What I'm just thinking I forgot to do is, no, that's toll roads, highway maintenance, road maintenance. Again, that sounds like something we can have in this city. You know, it isn't exactly industrial, is it? But it kind of, I think it fits that sort of theme. They just get work done. What are we doing on the old side? Looking okay? Looking okay. So we've got a small high street, as it were. Residential, residential, residential. Some nice polluting industry and recycling. Tiny bit of forestry going on. What's this stuff? Residential. And then across the river we got another block of residential, little commercial area there. And the local employment area, the ore mine. So that's kind of like, you know, it does feel like this is the industry driving the area, doesn't it? It's quite a large area. You can't, from a distance, it's quite significant. So we got, like I said, the two parts of the residential, and then we got just a tiny bit of other industry going on. Yeah, not bad. So I think next time we still got some decent industrial demand there. I think I'll start the farming zone, but for today I think we've done enough. Not too bad, is it? Not too bad. I'll finish there. Obviously this is not done by any means, but some progress, some growth. And oh, look at that, nearly 6,000. So the next city upgrade is very close as well. That'll be for the next session, I think. So I'll finish there. Thank you for watching and see you next time.